Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the class. Health is like a money. We never have a true idea about its value until we lose it. Until we lose it, we don't get a value of health. So, before getting a value of health by losing it, let's have a vigilance towards our health. Health plays a crucial role in every living organisms. So please take care of your health. This situation, do not go outside. If you go outside, make use of a mask, have a sanitizer with you, apply the sanitizer to your hand and wash it frequently. And when you go outside, have a social distance. This all the precautionary measures I will be insisting you, I will be telling you in every videos. So please take care about this, all the things. Health plays an important role. So if you feel good and if you feel comfortable in your health, we can go continue for our discussion. So in the last class, we started to discuss about the French Revolution, the first chapter of history. There we got introduction, there we started to discuss about the first concept. This revolution, the revolution of nationalism. Earlier we didn't have the oneness, the unity in among us. We didn't have idea that every individual will get the equal rights like everybody. We didn't have idea, is not. So earlier, before the 1789, in the Europe, in all over the world, the people, they believe in the only monarchy. They were suppressed in the monarchy. They were living and they are dying in the monarchy. They knew only about the monarchy. That's it, is not. They knew the Raja is a god, like that they were treating. That's what. So from the 1789, they got idea of nationalism, and they got a sparkle in their heart to create their own future, is not. So they started to visualize their unity, they started to visualize their own nations. So it has begun in 1789 from 14th July. So that's what we discussed. And we know we gone back to the history before 1789. So what was the condition, what was the reason for this nationalism in the France, is not. The main reason, it was social causes. Society, same like what we have here, like social discriminations, upper class, lower class, and the upper caste, lower caste, same like in the Europe it was there. But because of the social divisions, the people of third estate, they were suppressed. They were dominated by these first estate or second estate. So they were under many problems. So that's the reason. So they rose up with their own ideas. They rose up against of this monarchy and the social divisions. That's one reason. Another reason, economic causes. So because of growth in a population, the population, they didn't able to access into their daily uses, is not daily needs. The daily needs, such like main food, staple food was the bread. The price of bread, it was increased, and wages of a person was not increased. So that is the reason they started to get a problem in basic needs. So that reason. So this all the problem was created by this feudal system, the division of a society and the monarchy. So this economic problem was created by the monarchy. So that reason they started to rise against the monarchy. And there is another one reason, it's political causes. As we discussed, Louis XVI, when he has married the Austrian princess in the 1774, and he got empty treasure. That's the reason he's increased the taxes on the common people. So it's another one reason. And the role of middle classes is not. So we have discussed about this role of middle classes after this all the things. So how the middle classes supported for the revolution. So these are the reasons, social and economic, political reasons for having the revolution. So who has started this revolution in the France? The middle class people. Middle class ಯಾರು ಸರ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಸರ್? The third estate what consists of many groups of people, like educated people and the peasants and the common workers and common peoples were gathered, means they were included in the third estate, is it not? ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇದ್ದರು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು, ಮತ್ತು ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ಗಳಿದ್ರು, ರೈತರು ಇದ್ದರು, ಕಾಮನ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಗಳಿದ್ರು, ಕಾಮನ್ ಜನಗಳು ಇದ್ದರು. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೂಪಲ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಏನಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಈ ಒಂದು ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ which is written by the philosophers. So same they got inspired and influenced by the three philosophers like John Locke and Rousseau and Montesquieu. So from these three philosophers they got influenced and they got idea of nationalism and they desire to create their own nations. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದ ನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇವರ ಒಂದು 3 ಜನ ಐಡಿಯಾಗಳಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಒಂದು ಆಸೆಯಿಂದ ಮತ್ತು ಅದೊಂದು ನೋಷನ್ಸಿಂದ, ಅದೊಂದು ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯಿಂದ ಅವರು ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಿಡಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ ಈ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾಮನ್ ಜನಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತನ್ನೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್. ನಾವು ಔಟ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಔಟ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಸಸ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಮತ್ತು ಎಕನಾಮಿಕಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಮೊನಾರ್ಕಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಈ ಒಂದು ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅದನ್ನು ನ್ಯಾಷನಲಿಸಮ್ ಥರ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್. ಲೂಯಿ 16 ಒಬ್ಬ ರಾಜ, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್ 1774 ರಾಜತ್ವ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡ. ಈಗ ಎಂಟಿ ಟ್ರೆಸರ್ ಇದೆ, ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ದುಡ್ಡು ಇಲ್ಲ, ರೊಕ್ಕ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆರ್ಮಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವನು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವನು ಪ್ಯಾಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅವನ ಒಂದು ರಾಯಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಬರ್ತಿಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ರಾಯಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ರಾಯಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಅವನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದ ಲೂಯಿ 16, ದ ಕಿಂಗ್, ದ ಮೊನಾರ್ಕಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಸ್. ಆಲ್ ಅಲೋನ್ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಈ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಇಂಪೋಸ್, ಈ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ದ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಈ ಕೆನಾಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್. There was a first estate, second estate people. This first estate people were supported by the second estate people, is it not? This both the first estate clergy and nobility, they were supporting the monarchy. So without the permission and without the inclusion of this first estate and second estate, this monarchy cannot take the decision all alone. So that's the reason he needed to call the meeting. The first meeting which took place before this meeting, before the present meeting, was in the 1614 year. The first meeting, means last meeting, which was taken place in the 1614. In the 1614. Then afterwards, it's a second meeting. After a long gap, it's a first meeting which is held by, which is conducted by this monarchy, the Louis XVI, in the year of 1789 and the 5th May. So now June, July, August, September, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Here the revolution which has started in the July 14. This meeting which is conducted in the May 5th. May, June, July. May, June, July. So before the revolution, before the 2 months of this revolution, the meeting has hold, is not, in the 5th May 1789. So by this Louis XVI. So he called the assembly of estate generals, mainly the political bodies of 3 estates, that is represented to pass the proposal of new taxes, he called. So here you need to elect, you need to make elections over there, is not? You need to get a they should agreements, is not? You should get agreement from all these 3 estates. So that's the reason he called a meeting. So the first 2 estates, they sent 300 representatives each. First 2 estates, they sent 300 representatives. So they have many populations. In among that, they sent 300 representatives. First 2 estates. And while third one they have set a 600 members who were more prosperous, educated, however artisans, peasants and women were denied entry to the assembly. So this assembly which is conducted in the Versailles, ಈ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಸಲಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು? ಲೂಯಿ 16. 3 ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಎರಡೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿ 300 ಜನನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. 300 ಜನನ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ 600 ಜನ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು 600 ಜನ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಮೇಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬರೀ ಗಂಡಸರು, ಹೆಂಗಸರಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲೋ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಲೋ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ರೈಟ್ ಫಾರ್ of anything, they didn't have a right on that time. So the voting condition was like this. The voting is estate general has been conducted as according to the past principles of each state. The one vote, but member of a 3 estate demanded for each member 1 vote philosophically. They demanded for the vote every means they demanded for more vote for their estate. Whenever they used to conduct the meeting, so on that meeting they used to conduct the election. So based on that election rules, the every people of estate, first and second estate, they had the 1 vote. They had a 1 each, they had a 1 vote. But a third estate, altogether they wanted to make only 1 vote. Altogether, third estate altogether they had only 1 value vote. But this first estate, second estate, everybody they had a vote. Everybody they had their own vote. But in the third estate altogether they had only 1. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಓಟ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಓಟು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಒಂದು ಓಟ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಓಟ್ ಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂತಂದರೆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳು 90% ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ 1000ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 900 ಜನಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 900 ಜನಗಳು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 100 ಜನಗಳಿರೋದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಓನ್ಲಿ 100 ಜನಗಳು. ಸೊ ಈ 100 ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ 100 ಓಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 900 ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಓಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ it was hilarious, is not? It was not justice. So that's the reason they rose the voice, means they kept their demand in front of a monarchy, King Louis XVI, to have every individual's vote, means to have a vote for every individuals in the third estate. They demanded, and means then also they have created, means they have written the 40,000 letters. The 40,000 letters, it was demand of these third estate people. 40,000 letters ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಗಳ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್. 40,000 ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 40,000 ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಗಳಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಮ್. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ವೋಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್, ದಟ್ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಲೂಯಿಸ್ 16. ಅವನು ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ the people who are gathered there, 600 people from third estate, they walked out from that hall, they walked out from the Versailles. They have started protest against of that. ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಇದರ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಂತ್, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ meeting took place in the 5th May, next month in the 20th June, they have called an assembly in the hall of a tennis court in the Versailles. In the Versailles ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆನ್ನಿಸ್ ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಯಾರು? ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಈ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ they declared themselves a national assembly and drafted a constitution for the France to limit power of a monarch, which was led by the Mirabeau, a noble, and Abbesius. ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಮಿರಾಬಿಯೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಬೆಸಿಸ್, ಇವರು ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಇವರು ಈ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ನ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ Mirabeau is a nobleman, is belong to the first estate. He is a noble, is a son of a nobleman, and is according to the privileges by birth, is also noble, is not noble person. Mirabeau noble person, first static series, first estate. But he is a philosopher, he is an educated one, and he is having a good hand, and he is, and he is gathered the people in that Versailles tennis court, and he has delivered the speech about the equality, and he has delivered the speech about the constitution and about the right to vote and right to equality, everything he has told over there. So that's what conducted by this meeting was conducted by the Mirabeau, and another one person, Abesius. Abesius is a priest, is belong to the second estate, Abesius. He is explained about what is third estate is. What is third estate is explained about that, and there he given more importance for the third estate. So that's about that led for the creating new national assembly for the third estate people. Due to the power of revolt, then afterwards, this national assembly which is created by the third estate, they were very busy in drafting the constitution. ಈ ಒಂದು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅವರು ಏನು ಬ್ಯುಸಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ನ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಕಡೆ ಇನ್ ಅದರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ವರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್? ದ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಫುಡ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ಡ್, ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ಡ್, ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ವರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸಬ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೈಸಿಸ್. ಸಬ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೈಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನೀಡಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್, ಫುಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕುಡಿಯೋ ನೀರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ತಿನ್ನೋ ಊಟ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಫೇಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸಬ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೈಸಿಸ್, ದ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್, ದೇ ವರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯೂ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಬ್ರೆಡ್. ಅಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಅದೇ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮೊನಾರ್ಕಿ ತನ್ನ ಆರ್ಮಿ ಜನರನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ 14th July 1789. ಸೊ 1789 14th Julyಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಓದಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ನಾವ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕೇಮ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಟಿಲ್ ನೌ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ನೌ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಡ್. 1789 14th Julyಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೊನಾರ್ಕಿ ಲೂಯಿಸ್ 16 ತನ್ನ ಆರ್ಮಿನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ, ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಮಿ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ದಬ್ಬಾಳಿಕೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮದೇನು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಇವರು ಆ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಮಿ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬೆಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಆ ಪ್ರಿಸನ್ನ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಜೈಲು ಕೋಟೆನ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಜೈಲು ಕೋಟೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅದು ಶಸ್ತ್ರಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳು ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಸಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ದೇ ಮೇ ಗೆಟ್ ಟ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ prison. So that reason they demolished the fortress prison in the Bastille, and they taken out the things which is there, and they have released the prisons like a prisoners, 7 prisoners, and they have started their riots from there, their revolutions from there. That's what is continued. So then this news reached the Louis XVI, and he got information that they created their own constitution, they created their own national assembly. Then he accepted that due to the power of revolt antandre revolution, war. Due to the power of a war, Louis XVI finally recognized the national assembly and accepted the constitution. In the constitution accept ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾನೆ. On the night of 4th August next month, ಇದು 14th July ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಂತ್ August 4th ಅಲ್ಲಿ in 1799 same year the assembly passed a decree abolishing the feudal system of obligation and taxes. The next month this constitution or this national assembly, they started to make a abolition. They rose their voice against of abolition of this feudal system and the taxes. This assembly passed a law abolishing the feudal system of obligation, taxes, and the member of clergy were forced to give up their privileges. ಕ್ಲರ್ಜಿ ಮತ್ತು ನೋಬಲಿಟಿ ಏನಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಫುಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇನು ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಜನ್ಮಸಿದ್ಧ ಹಕ್ಕು ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅಬೋಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವರು ಫೋರ್ಸಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಡಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಆದೇಶನ ಹೊರಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ದ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೊನಾರ್ಕಿ. ದ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್, they become social monarchy. They become a free from the social, they become a republic. The National Assembly completed the draft constitution in the 1791. Next year, after 1 year, they completed the drafting of constitution in the year of 1791 with its main objectives to limit the power of a monarch. Main objectives ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಮೊನಾರ್ಕಿಗಳ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಪವರ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನೋ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅವರೊಂದು ಗುರಿಗಳೇನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮೊನಾರ್ಕಿ ಗುರಿಗಳೇನು, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಒಂದು ಜನಗಳನ್ನ ವಶ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಅವರೊಂದು ವಶಪಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ. ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೊನಾರ್ಕಿ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಜನಗಳು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಗುರಿ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಅವರು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಈ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ದ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಮೊನಾರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ 1791. The power were separated and assigned to the different institutions like legislative, executive and judiciary according to the philosophies like Sorio, like ರೂಸೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ, ರೂಸೋ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಂಟೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ರೂಸೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಫಿಲಾಸಫರ್ಸ್ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಈ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಾಂಟೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಾಂಟೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು 3 ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ, ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್, ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತು ಜುಡಿಷಿಯರಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಒಂದು 3ಕ್ಕೂ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಈ 3 ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಜನಗಳೇ ಆಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಮಾಂಟೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ. ಅದನ್ನು ಇವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಮಾಂಟೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ ದೇಯರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್. So that's how the figure out means that's how they created judiciary, executive, legislative over here. Here they had further we'll discuss after discussion about this. We'll discuss about this means picture. The Constitution of 1791 gave the power to the make law in the National Assembly, which was indirectly elected. Means this election in the third estate, in the first and second, including the first, second, third estate, the election procedure was different. It was the same like earlier. What is that? This election was divided into 2 categories: active citizens and passive citizens. Active citizens were only men above 25 years of age who paid taxes equal at least 3 days of labor's wage. The remaining men and women do not have right of vote. The remaining men or women were classed as passive citizens. The Constitution began with the right of declaration of the right and man and citizens such as right of life, the freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, and the equal before the law. Is not here the Constitution which they created, and it's what the government which they created based on the Constitution, like it was like this. That all the 3 estates were able to make a vote, and this in among them they had a 2 division: active citizens. The active citizens were the people who are educated and also who had a privilege and who had a rights. These active citizens, they were taxpayers to the state, means government. They were taxpayer. Only the people or the person who is paying the tax was having a right to vote. Then other passive citizens, like the people who are not paying the taxes, were not having a right to vote. They were not having rights to vote. So here even the person who is having right to, means who is paying the taxes, more taxes equivalent to the 3 days wages of common people. ಈಗ ಕಾಮನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ 3 ದಿನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೊಕ್ಕ ಗಳಿಸ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಆ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅವರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ, ಅವ್ರ ರೈಟ್, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಕ್ಕಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ವೋಟಿನ ಹಕ್ಕಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಮತ ಚಲಾಯಿಸೋ ಹಕ್ಕಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ವುಮೆನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಲೋ 25 ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್. ಈ ಒಂದು ವುಮೆನ್ ಅವರು ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಕಾರಣ ಅವ್ರು ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ even though they are above the 25, they didn't have a right to vote. The women's and the children's and the passive citizens also, they didn't have rights. Here, only these active citizens they had a right to vote. Here, everybody were men, is it not? So here, who were as means who were the representatives who were there? The persons who were paying more taxes were acting as a representative over there. In among them, they were electing the person, means they were the persons who were creating the law. The people who were paying more taxes than these fellows were formed the legislative body. They were forming the legislative body. So in among them, they used to make a vote for electing their representative, and they elected 745 representative in among the 50,000 men. In among the 50,000 men, they elected 745 members. These 745 members ಯಾರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಅವರು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದವರು ಅವರು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ and that was followed by the executives, means whatever the things was told by this legislative assembly has to be done by this king and the ministers were elected by the king and this legislative assembly and the representatives. Whatever the rules and regulations created by the legislatives were followed by these ministers and the executives, and this executive, he was not having any power about this legislative assembly. He was not having any power. ಇವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಇವನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ವಿಟೋ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. he has to do the work which is assisted by this legislative. So it was condition. ಜುಡಿಷರಿ ಏನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಜುಡಿಷರಿ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಜುಡಿಷಿಯರಿ ಬಾಡಿನ ಅವರು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಿಗೇನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನ್ and the citizens such as right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, equal before the law. This constitution in the assembly, it has provided all this right to life, right to freedom, right to opinion, right to law, many other things they have created. But the right to vote, it was not declared yet. So it was conditioned. The various political symbols used by the literate people in the 18th century. The 18th century literate people, it's ulta around, means I have taken. So you have a textbook, make use of the textbook that is given, means it's given in the double page. So that reason I did like this. And here the educated people, they have created their own symbols. They have drawn the symbols. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾಕೆ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳು ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ದ ಲಿಟರೇಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ created this kind of the images to show that we are going to get a nationalism, to inculcate the nationalism in among them. They have created all these things to show that we are freed from the monarchy. ರಾಜಪ್ರಭುತ್ವದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಈಗ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಗಳನ್ನ. ವಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಡಿಪಿಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಚೈನ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರೀ. ದ ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಚೈನ್, the being free, we are being free from the monarchy. That shows the bundles of rods and fasces like shows strength of lies in the unity. Strength, ಬಾಣಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಕಟ್ಟಿಗೆಗಳು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮುರಿಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಲ್ ಅಲೋನ್. ಇಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ದ ಯೂನಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಟು ಶೋ ದ ಯೂನಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಅಮಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್, unity among them, so they have created this figure. The eye with the triangle radiating light, that shows the all-seeing eye stands for the knowledge. This shows for the knowledge. We got a knowledge in this National Assembly by creating a new constitution. They got knowledge. So that shows like that they got a knowledge. Then the scepter, symbol of a royal power, like a royal power, like a holding some like enlightenment things. It's like a royal, for that scepter that illustrates about the royal power in hand of every individuals. Then snake biting its tail to form a ring, symbol of eternity. It shows a symbol of the eternity, oneness, unity, freedom. So that's about. And eternity, the symbol of eternity, that shows it's not end, it's not having any end. The eternity, endless, that shows endless eternity with no, they don't have any end here. So we may show the mouth and the tail is end, but that show, this picture shows the mouth and tail is connected, it's not having any end. That shows that there is no end for their equality. That's explains about that. Then the red Pigeon cap worn by the slaves upon coming free, means slaves, they become a free. So that shows the red cap, that shows the slaves, they become a free from any other serfdoms. Then blue, white, red, the national color of France, the national flag, blue, red and the white. It's not given, but it's a flag color of France. Then winged woman, personification of a law, means wing, she has a wings, she has a rekkegalo. So that shows is everybody there have a freedom to fly. That means freedom for everything. That as I told, this woman as used for as a personification of a freedom in that time from the French painters. And the law table, that same for all and equal before the it, means that shows it, the law is same for everybody and everybody should be the equal before it. That shows about that it's a written table, means something which is law table, which is written law on the table. So that's about what we discuss. The next class will continue with the France abolishes monarchy and becomes republic. It's about they have started to get a nationalism by creating the national assembly, is it not? It's a beginning. So how they have abolished the monarchy totally and how they have become a republic, we will be discussing in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.